Hey guys, this is Sai Kumar Kottivada. Today we are going to learn what and why unit testing is for, and also we try to understand what are the different frameworks, tools used for unit testing. Let's understand why unit testing is for. Unit testing is a technique to test an individual module or a component or a simple function to know whether we are able to achieve all the use cases and the scenarios that may be a positive or a negative which are required for the particular module or a component. Unit testing helps us to reduce the bugs or the issues during the testing phase, either for newly implemented code or for the enhanced features. So let's try to understand this statement by using an example. For example, today we have to build or develop an initial development which is login page with username, password and a login button, where the use cases are login button should be in disabled state until we enter a valid username and a password. But after few days we got a new enhanced feature like developing a Facebook login, Google login and Twitter login on the existing page. In this situation, we have unit testing for the initial features. Then we can reduce our work in the testing the initial features, as they will be tested by our test cases, and also we can completely concentrate on the new features and their enhancements. Let's try to understand the advantages of unit testing. Unit testing improves our code quality. Unit tests help us to know the code coverage. For example, if you have a component or a function or a method with 10 or 20 lines, how much code has been covered by unit testing can be checked. And also it saves money as well as time. Unit testing helps us in improving the performance. Unit testing helps us to find the bugs easily and quickly, and even can be resolved at the development phase itself. Unit testing helps us to find and resolve all the use cases in the initial step before delivering to the testing team. So most of the time we will see the bugs or the issues which was raised by the testing team. Instead, a developer can find his own test cases and also can fix all the use cases from the code itself by using unit testing. Let's understand what are the disadvantages of unit testing. Test cases need to be updated for every enhanced feature or a new feature. Unit testing may provide efficient way for testing business logic, but may not provide a highly efficient way for testing the front-end development. So for this statement, I can say, like, if you have an input, if you have two inputs, I can check the two inputs, but there are some use cases where we cannot test whole page of a front-end UI, but it is very useful when we are working with the business logics. Unit testing may not catch all the errors in the program, but can reduce number of errors. Let's understand some tools, frameworks for unit testing. We have Karma, Jasmine, Mocha, Cypress, and Just are some of the frameworks and the libraries which are used in JavaScript testing, unit testing. These can be combined with any of our React, Angular, Vue based on our requirement. We can combine these particular tools and frameworks with the frameworks which we are working on and can be tested. Let's understand how this works for Angular. Unit testing in Angular. Unit testing in Angular uses Jasmine as a testing framework and Karma as a test runner tool for running and executing the tests in our application. So, for example, if you want to write some test cases in Angular, we always prefer to write the test cases using Jasmine, and that will be executed by Karma. That will be rendered in your browser and can check whether how many test cases has been passed and how many test cases has been failed. Even it is also used to debug our test cases in the browser. So that's how unit testing in Angular works. Thank you guys. In the next video, we will understand how to set up run test cases in Angular. If you like the video, please share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Thank you.